Hey there. Welcome to my August 2026 update. My name is Giselle Carson. I am a corporate immigration and compliance attorney, and every first Wednesday of the month, I bring to you updates that you should be aware of. And in this update, I am going to be basically answering two questions that I am receiving from employers and their foreign nationals. So the first question is going to be the first question is, what is happening to the 1000K H-1B visa fee? And the next one is something that is also I'm getting questions about more often is, can an H-1B employee approved to work from home work from anywhere? So let's start with those two. What is happening with the 100K H-1 visa fee? The fee is currently blocked. And what happened is on July 2024, 2026, a federal court basically denied the government's appeal that the fee was valid. And as a result, USCIS issued a notice saying that they were not going to require the payment of the fee when an H-1B visa petition was being filed. Now, this is not the final word on this fee, and I caution you to make decisions based on the fee being eliminated forever. The litigation continues, the fight continues on both sides. So for now, yes, the 1000K is not applicable and it's not being collected, I should say. But I will caution you all to assume that this is a permanent situation. So the fee is blocked for now, but the fight is not over. So be very cautious on making decisions, future decisions on the fee. This has been all over the place, has changed very quickly without little notice, and it's not a good idea to make decisions, long-term decisions, thinking that the fee is gone forever. The second one is one that, considering the high level of mobility that we have today in the workplace, we have foreign nationals that quite often are living in an apartment and they're moving to a different apartment, or they're in a city and because of family issues move to another city, or because of work situations move to a different city or a different state even. So can an employee approved to work from home or approved to work hybrid can work from anywhere? And the answer is no. And it can get confusing. So approval to work from home does not mean that the person can work anywhere that they choose to. There is practical distinctions and rules. And the simplest one is a move within the same metropolitan statistical area, and that is a legal term. And it's so the person say the simplest way to look at it is the person is working from their home apartment, and the lease ends and they're going to move to a different apartment building that is within commuting distance to the apartment that they lived at before. That one is most likely going to be considered a move within the same metropolitan statistical area, meaning that a new amended petition will not need to be filed, which is a big deal, and most likely just a notice of posting in the new work location and the new apartment would suffice with it, and that gets added to the public access file. So that is the simplest way that this could happen. The next situation is that the employee moves to a different city or a different state. That is likely to be considered not within the same metropolitan statistical area. It will need a filing of the new labor condition application with the Department of Labor, a new notice of posting, and a new petition with new legal fees, new filing fees. I'm going to give you an example that a case that we have right now. The foreign national originally was, their work location was in Orlando, but their wife is being moved into different areas of Florida because her job requires her to move. And of course, the foreign national they want to move as a couple into the different places. And that's kind of what prompted this analysis, because I was trying to figure out, is there a way that we could protect and not having to file an amended petition every time that the person moves to a different city within Florida that is not within the same metropolitan statistical area. And that is actually going to create a significant problem if this family wants to move every 2 or 3 months or 4 months, because basically the hard line is that it would require a new petition every single time. So we're working through that right now. But again, the general rule is if the person moves within the same metropolitan statistical area, just a notice of posting is typically sufficient. If the person moves outside of the metropolitan statistical area, then a new labor condition application, a new posting, and a new petition will be required. So be aware that work location changes has significant consequences, and every time a foreign worker moves on an H-1B worker moves, it does require an analysis as to what legally compliant, what is the legal consequence of that in the immigration world. So work from home doesn't necessarily mean work from everywhere. And then the last thing that I want to tell you is I am also getting a lot of questions about the new F1 rule. I'm also doing a lot of reading about the new F1 rule. You probably know it's evolving, or the guidance is evolving. We really don't have full guidance yet. All we have is the final rule. And how that is going to translate into practicality, we're all discovering, or will continue to discover. What I have to tell you, though, is that for the next 3 Wednesdays, I am going to be giving you resources and materials to help you digest this new F1 rule as it applies to employers and to their F1 employees. So stay tuned. Next Wednesday, I will have a Q&A that is very specific as to how the new rule is going to apply to those on OPT and a STEM OPT, which is extremely valuable, as many of our clients are in that situation. And then I'll have a newsletter that goes deeper into the new F1 rule. And then at the end of the month, I'll have a resource of the month that ideally brings this together in a visual format. Again, all of this is evolving. So know that what is happening today may change. If you have a very specific question as to your case, you really need to consult with a legal counsel to get the specifics on your case. This is hopefully giving you some fundamental guidance so that you can consider it. And if you find that this is valuable, please pass it on to others that may need it. There is a lot of noise out there, and my goal is to bring the noise down and just give you the practical, simple knowledge that you need to know. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.